you can be from any barrels where you come and get the tea. You want real talk with real people, nowhere else you need to go. Talking real issues, real substance, what else you need to know? Shawty been all in the White House, but she can talk the trap. She ain't never left the community, so she know where it's at. I'm talking BK Finer, she gon' rep it to the grave. And I only support the real, so I'ma tune in every day. Way up. You are now turned into Angela, but I call her Yee. Way up.
Way up. Hey, Jasmine Brand.
Hey, Angela Yee. Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, day 4.
Day 4. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. When am I going to stop doing day countdowns?
After this week.
Well, Jasmine Brand is here with me. You may know her from her website, The Jasmine Brand.
Yes, I'm here. I'm present. I'm super excited. Yo, I love this Plies intro.
I know. You got a chance to hear it ahead of time.
I did.
It's actually a full song that he did.
It is a full song.
Yeah, this is for the intro. We had to chop it down.
Yeah.
But there is a full song. So shout out to Plies. I appreciate him.
What's up, Plies?
It was a really crazy night last night in the NBA. And you know I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, so we have a lot to talk about this morning when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no more Kyrie, no more Kevin Durant now.
I really want to know how I know this affected you, Ange.
You know what? I'm not an individual player fan. I'm a fan of Brooklyn, and I'm a fan of the Brooklyn Nets.
Yes.
You know,
the organization.
The organization. And we do have great things happening with Cam Thomas, and we have, you know, I feel like we're going to build a good team.
Okay.
I'm hopeful.
Very optimistic, very hopeful. And that's on brand for you.
Maybe it'll be easier to get to the games and get floor seats now. You know how that goes.
Way to look at the bright side.
We gotta look at the bright side of things.
All right, okay.
You know, but this morning we are going to do a couple of things. DeJean is going to be joining us. I have this segment called Mastery of Comedy. And I actually did this segment based off of an idea that I had in the height of the pandemic.
Yes.
I filmed a Facebook series with my girl Ricky Hughes from Magic Lemonade. It was called Mastery of Comedy. I'm a huge fan of comedy. And so I paired up some more veteran comics with some younger up-and-coming ones. And so we had Roy Wood Jr., Carlos Miller from 85 South Show, Donnell Rawlings, and Ida Rodriguez. And so we did that on Facebook, but I'm bringing that here where we're actually going to highlight a comedian every week because I love comedy so much.
You do love comedy. That makes sense.
And so DeJean actually owns a comedy club in Brooklyn now. He just opened it, but he's very well known for being one of the hosts on Video Music Box, as well as being a stand-up comic that travels the world. And so he's going to be joining us today for a Mastery of Comedy. But we're going to start the show off the way that I love to start it and the way that you love to start it, shining a light on somebody who did something positive for you. 800-292-5150 is the number. You can call anytime, by the way. Call and shout us out throughout the show. But right now we are going to shine a light on somebody who did something positive for you. Call us up and shine a light on them. 800-292-5150 on Way Up with Angela Yee. Jasmine, I expect you to shine a light today too.
Okay, I will.
All right.
We gon' light the block up. I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, and this is the part of the show where you get to call in and shine a light on somebody who did something positive. Again, that number, because I'm going to drill this in your head. 800-292-5150. 5150 has an actual meaning.
Oh, tell us.
If you Google it, you'll see what it is.
Maybe I'll do a deep dive during the next break.
Do a deep dive and see what 5150 means, but it's a good way to remember the number.
Okay.
Now, Jasmine, who would you like to shine a light on so people can see how it's done?
I would love to shine a light on my girl, Destiny. Women, we all know that our relationship with the person that does our hair is super special and super important. We be putting them through some things. I put Destiny through some things yesterday. Gosh. Destiny did my hair for hours yesterday.
Hours and hours, as Money Long would say.
Yes, hours and hours. She was super patient. Destiny is very professional and she's super creative.
I was getting annoyed. I was like, Jasmine, that's enough.
Destiny, I want to shine a light on Destiny for her patience and her skill. She's on Instagram, Hair Weave Murder. Shout out to Destiny.
Did they block her for that murder part of her name on there?
I don't know.
But yes, she was very patient with you.
And Destiny
does my hair too, by the way. She does whenever I do cornrows, braids, but she can just do actual hair.
She can do anything.
Yeah, so we love that. And we love a hair person that's always on time, always on point, always in a good mood, good conversation, a good kiki.
She's a great kiki.
Yeah, while we sit there and chat it up. And by the way, not only did that happen, but Jasmine also almost burned down my bathroom yesterday. She lit a candle right underneath the shelf, and I came in and I was like, why is the whole shelf black?
Listen, and I'm gonna tell y'all, it looks awful. I'm not gonna even hold you, but it looks.
Oh my gosh!
Absolutely.
Why is
Ray J. What's up, Ray J?
Ray J.
Ray J, come and say hi. Come and say hi.
Oh my gosh!
What's up, Ray J?
Hold on, Ray J. Aren't you? This is the Breakfast Club co-host in here today.
Well, I'm family though with everybody. With
yeah,
you too.
he is. He
yeah,
is.
and then I see y'all gotta deal with beats and
I don't.
No, hers are bows, mine are beats.
Yeah. Y'all got deals with them?
No, we
Ray J's
do
always
Raycon.
trying to.
That's what I'm saying. I'm bringing bags.
Bring the Raycon.
I got a bag just for y'all to wear every day. Just that's one bag.
We were just talking about headphones. Way up with Angela Yee. We need some Raycon.
Yeah,
Definitely.
No more. Say no more.
I actually have my Raycon earbuds. I have my Raycon speaker, the clear one.
Yeah, but see, I got the new product, but I need the product that's on every day.
Okay.
I need to make y'all the ones that y'all wearing every day.
Every single day.
So the R is there instead of the B.
Well, we're gonna check out the quality of these.
We need to test them first.
Yeah,
well, I mean, it's just y'all voice and
then we need also the marijuana to go with it.
Okay, so y'all
maybe he gave us some
marijuana.
Yes.
Y'all want the Ray J's?
Yeah, with the Ray J's.
He said he did that. Ray J.
Y'all smoke paper like natural papers?
Yes.
Or y'all smoke blunts?
No, we don't. Come on.
We need
so y'all need the Ray
Do we look
J's.
like we smoke blunts?
So y'all need the Ray joints.
Okay, well, listen, we gotta throw to these calls. Shine a light on them. 800-292-5150. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, my name is KJ.
Hey, KJ. Who you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine the light on my 3 kids and my girlfriend because they keep me going and they just motivate me and make sure I got to do what I do every day.
Shout out their names then.
My son, Caden, my 7-year-old, my daughter, Kennedy, my 4-year-old, and I just had another baby girl named Leilani. She's 8 months with my girlfriend, Taylor, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
All right, you love going home every day, don't you? It's motivating.
Man, I love it. I love it. When I get off work, I love going home with my kids.
And don't forget, Valentine's Day is coming up, okay?
Yes, ma'am, and I got something special planned for my girlfriend and my daughter.
All right, I love to see it. Shine a light on them. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Lucci the Barber from Savannah, Georgia.
Lucci the Barber, what's good? Who do you want to shine a light on?
Man, I want to shine the light on Salon Lock and Style. That's where I do hair. I'm a master barber, retwist in there. Them ladies is phenomenal.
Okay, all right. So you're shining a light on the barbershop.
I'm shining the light on I'm shining the light on the barbershop. Actually, the salon, it's a dread salon, but I'm the only barber in there with some beautiful women.
Oh, I know you be having a good time.
Listen, I got one in here. Her name is Nikki. Salon Lock. She got some long legs, long dreads. We got Tootie Toot Toot. She is bad. She put them hair in all type of colors. We got Martika red dread. Woo, woo. Thick. We got Station 1.
Okay, this is getting creepy.
No, but I just want to shine a light on them. You know, they're beautiful. They take care of me, and it's all love.
Oh, and let me ask you this. How is it when the guys come in to get their shape-ups?
Man, they thirsty.
Mm-hmm. Little thirsty friends.
They be like, ooh, who that is? I'll be like, man, just get your hair cut, man. Please, man.
And then okay, all right. Well, thank you for calling in and shining light on the beautiful women in the salon. That was a little bit creepy, I'm not going to lie.
It was.
And also shout out to Ray J for walking through. But we do have Yeezy coming up next, and we are going to talk about, of course, these trades that happened yesterday in the NBA and the top 10 greatest rappers of all time on Yeezy on Way Up with Angela Yee with my girl Jasmine Brand.
Turn it all the way up. Angela Yee is way up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
All right, it is time for that Yee tea. I'm Angela Yee on Way Up with Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here with me.
What's up, girl?
And you all about this entertainment stuff.
This is very exciting for
Jasmine
me.
just sends me stuff nonstop for no reason.
And you send me stuff too.
All right, and so first off, let's talk about Kevin Durant. Y'all know I'm a big Brooklyn Nets fan. I'm actually an ambassador for the Brooklyn Nets, full disclosure. Mm-hmm. And so Kevin Durant is leaving. He's going to the Phoenix Suns. He has been traded. And here's what Kyrie Irving had to say. Kyrie left to go to Dallas, and actually I was watching him play last night.
Yes.
But here is what he had to say about Kevin Durant getting traded.
I'm just praying for his happiness. We had a lot of conversations throughout the year of, what our futures were going to look like. There was still a level of uncertainty, but we just cared about seeing each other be places that we can thrive. I'm glad that he got out of there.
Okay.
Well, there you have it. And Russell Westbrook got traded too, by the way, to the Utah Jazz. And they acquired D'Angelo Russell in a 3-team, 8-player trade. So a lot going on in basketball, but the big news was obviously KD.
Kevin Durant.
Everybody kept saying that he was, they were watching to see if he was going to leave, if what was going to happen, because he's been wanting to get traded. So
did you think he was going to stay another year?
No.
Okay.
If you ask me, I did not think so.
Okay.
But you never know what could happen because, he was trying to get traded before, then he decided to stay. But now that Kyrie left, it looked like that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, Billboard and Vibe have named the top 10 greatest rappers of all time. They've been rolling out their list of the top 50 greatest rappers, and now they have revealed that list, the top 10.
Okay.
So, one woman made the list.
Yes.
Nicki Minaj at number 10.
At number 10.
I knew she had to be in the top 10.
Okay, go ahead.
You would have put her up higher.
I would have.
Yeah.
I would have.
I would have too. Number 9 was Snoop Dogg. Number 8 is Drake. You knew Drake was going to be on that list too. Number 7, Lil Wayne. So they put Wayne above Drake. Okay. Number 6, the Notorious B.I.G.
Okay.
Number 5, Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady. Number 4, Tupac Shakur. Number 3 is Nas. Number 2 is Kendrick Lamar. And number 1 was Jay-Z.
I have an issue with number 2.
With Kendrick? Why?
Yeah, I don't think he should be number 2.
Why?
Because I think he should be a little further down.
But why? Tell us why.
Well, I just don't think his impact is. He's under Jay-Z. I think Drake should be up there a little further.
You think it's because of the amount of content? Or do you think it's just first of all, these are all always opinions.
Yes.
Opinion based.
Yeah.
But I also feel like Kendrick puts out really great quality content. So it's not like he drops a lot.
Yes, he does.
But it's very impactful when he does.
It's not enough to me, though.
Okay.
For him to be a number 2. He's right under Jay-Z.
He's above Nas.
He's above Nas. He's above Biggie. He's above Drake. We're talking about content. How do you feel about this list, Ange?
I think that when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, I feel like he's a different type of artist. I think a lot of times people are focused on artists dropping content nonstop. But the truth is that if you can put out great quality, and that's how it used to be,
right?
I feel like. And now it feels like people are always like, because you can constantly have access to put music out. So a lot of artists do that.
Right.
But Kendrick doesn't. So I also feel like it's unique in that aspect. And then I also feel like he's very creative with his concepts and ideas. So I can understand why he would be up really high. But I can also understand your argument of you may feel like he doesn't have enough catalog.
My question is, how do you feel about the list? Not Kendrick.
Okay.
How do you feel about this list overall?
I would have put Nicki Minaj up higher.
Yes, agreed.
Definitely, I feel like in the conversation of the greatest rappers of all time is always Jay-Z's always up there. I feel like everybody on here are the people that everyone always puts.
Yep. Okay.
I will say I love Snoop Dogg. I don't feel like they always put him in the top 10.
Okay.
So.
Do you think one other woman should have been up in here in this conversation, or you think this is? I do definitely. Nicki Minaj should have been in here.
Who do you feel like?
Lil' Kim.
Okay, you would have put Lil' Kim in the top 10?
I don't know. I feel like it's a discussion.
Let me see where Lil' Kim is on this list, because she's on here.
Yeah, she's.
Missy Elliott was number 19.
Yeah.
On the list.
Lil' Kim's 31.
Okay. I mean, she's definitely in the top 50. So I will say.
Okay.
Lauryn Hill is number 30.
Yeah.
And listen, these lists are always, subjective.
Okay. All
right. Well, there you have it. When we come back, we are going to do About Last Night. And that's the part of the show where we talk about things that we did last night and we have a conversation about it. And you guys, like we talked about the Joe Biden and we talked about his State of the Union address. So About Last Night on Way Up with Angela Yee when we come back.
Turn it all the way up. Angela Yee is way up.
Destiny, I didn't tip you enough. I got to send some more money.
Because here's the other thing, right? If you're buying hair, so
I supplied the hair.
Okay, so you supply the hair because sometimes when you get your hair done, they buy the hair for you and then they add that in the price.
But she did bring her own stuff. She added some stuff. She added some hair, her own hair too. She did a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, she did.
She was there for hours.
Yeah.
So Destiny, I owe you some money. So so we're saying for hair and nails, 20%.
Yeah, nails 20%.
Okay.
I tip for that.
Okay, so 20%. Okay, what about I came in from LaGuardia yesterday? Uber, what am I supposed to tip my Uber?
I do tip 20% on, but I also know that they're very dependent on those tips.
Okay.
Because they don't get paid like they should. And gas is high. And
yes.
Especially if you have a very pleasant experience. You know, if they have candies in the car, if they let you use the charger,
candies, if they have a little water. Some of them go above and beyond.
Yeah. And so I do feel like that is a service that they don't get paid the way that they should.
So is that 20? That's 20% as well?
I think that's 20%. And I think you could do 18. Some people do 18%. Okay. But then I'm like, if you do 18, you might as well do 20.
Yeah. Well, okay. What about food? Is there anything that you do not tip 20% on?
Let me see. It might be something that's like a recurring thing. Like if you have something that you do every single day, maybe every day you're not like, okay.
What about food deliveries?
Food delivery. Now, this is what I told you about food delivery.
And I disagree. Go ahead.
Okay. So the other day I ordered from this very expensive restaurant because I felt like treating myself.
I love that restaurant.
Yeah. And so it's Mediterranean food. And the bill was honestly like $90. Now to me, then the restaurant's only a couple blocks away. So to me, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to tip 20% on this.
Right.
So I just gave $10 because it was one meal.
But if you're tipping 20% on everything else, why are they getting the short end of the stick?
Well, because sometimes I also might order from a Chick-fil-A and the bill might be $20. I'm not going to only give you $4.
Okay.
So for that delivery person, they still will get $10.
Okay.
So in general, like I think for food delivery, I always give, unless they're coming from really far away or it's raining or something like that, or I get a whole lot of stuff because I'm feeding a bunch of people, then in general, I just give $10.
Okay. And then when you are staying at a hotel and the people that clean your room, how do you determine what you're going to leave them?
I think you just, it depends on how many days you stay too. The problem I have with leaving a tip for people who clean your room, if you're there for more than one day, you don't know who's getting it. Do they split it? I don't know how that works.
So I do every day. I leave a tip every day. I don't wait. I know some people wait till the end, but I do every day because I feel like whoever started me on Monday, maybe by Thursday they're not here anymore.
Okay, it's just tough, man. We got a tip for everything.
It's expensive.
Yeah, especially don't go out the country and go stay at a resort. You got to tip everybody. You got to tip the people who take your bags, right? Now, when you pull up to a hotel and then they come and they grab your bags and you're like, man, I guess I got to tip them now.
I know we're always trying to make sure we have enough cash when we travel, and then it's like, I don't know.
Now you can Zelle people. Like, do you have a Zelle or a Cash App that I can send you a tip?
Yeah, it's a whole different.
To leave the house is expensive.
Well, to live is expensive.
Yeah, to leave the house and do anything is expensive.
Yeah.
But then you feel bad if you don't have it. Like, it's the worst when you don't have cash on you and you're like, I want to give you something. I wanted to give you something, but so I just want to see what you guys think when it comes to tipping. We need some of this tipping etiquette because there's some people don't leave tips at hotels. I don't always leave a tip at the hotel.
I know.
Yeah.
I do.
So every single time you stay at a hotel, you leave a tip.
For the cleaning people?
Yeah, for the cleaning people?
Every single time. I leave something on my bed at a minimum, I leave like $10 every day. I leave something on because I feel like that's a lot of work, yo. And I feel like people don't leave it. And that's just backbreaking.
You know what's crazy too? I clean my room all the time at hotels.
You clean your house before your housekeeper
I do.
comes.
All right. Well, 800-292-5150 is a number. I try to make sure they don't have too much work to do. Call us up and let us know what you think about all of this tipping when it comes to where you tip, where you don't tip, and how much are you supposed to leave. It's Way Up with Angela Yee with my guest, Jasmine Brand.
Turn it all the way up. Angela Yee is way up.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. We were doing a bat last night, and it turned into a whole thing.
It's a debate.
Yes, Jasmine Brand is here with me. She's my friend in real life, and she's a big tipper, apparently.
Well, except when it comes to the hair, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm falling short. You're a big tipper, except when it comes to food delivery. You need to do better.
Well, no, I actually over-tip sometimes. It just depends.
Well, the more you spend, the less you tip. So
I just try to tip the same across the board. So that you're still getting, paid what you should get paid.
But you're not getting paid what you get paid. If you're not doing 20% on a bill, that's $100 for the food delivery person.
But however, if I'm only paying $20 for some food, you're actually getting way more.
Let's talk about
it because you're actually getting about a 50% tip. In that case,
Angela.
So it really does depend because I don't want to give 20% and be cheap in some certain instances. But we're going to see what you guys have to say about this. 800-292-5150 is the number. What type of tips are you leaving? Hello, who's this?
Hi, my name is Marissa.
Marissa, let's hear your thoughts.
Okay, so I'm an Uber driver.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you for your service.
we live off tips, especially the people that don't have lights on. when you come to their house. You can't see their house number. So we live off tips. People, you need to tip us.
Okay.
What did I say, Jasmine?
You did.
Because I said y'all don't make enough.
Okay. What percentage is appropriate?
I'm gonna say 20% for real.
Yeah. Okay. And you know what else too? I was gonna say with Uber, you know how sometimes you could switch like where your destination is. They don't get extra money.
No.
From that, like you know how it might all of a sudden be a whole lot more money, and you're like, dang, they don't get more for that.
A lot of them switch, especially all of them that want us to come to the 10th floor of their apartment, basically bring it to their bedroom.
Oh, you're talking about the food.
Oh, food delivery you're talking about.
Yeah, food.
Oh, she's talking about food delivery.
I thought she was talking about driving.
See,
okay.
Angela, look, she said 20%. I told you that.
Yeah, but what if this bill is really cheap and it's only, you order something that's $15? I'm not going to give you only 20%.
Well, give them, okay, well, you need to always give at least 20% is what I'm hearing.
Okay, all right. We are talking about tipping. Who's this?
Hey, this is Keisha.
Hi, Keisha.
You sound like you be balling, girl. Who you tipping?
I'm not tipping housekeeping anymore.
Ooh,
why?
If you notice, ever since COVID, they might bring your towels and your washcloths, but they won't change your sheets or do anything else.
That's not their fault. That's the hotel's rules. So they should. You feel like they shouldn't get anything now?
Wait, the rule is to not change your sheets?
Well, they were doing like.
Yeah. Once you move that tag off that door, that's it.
You have to. Some hotels you have to request if you want every day for them to service your room. So she's saying like it used to be where they would come in every day and swap you out with new towels, new sheets.
Yeah, okay.
Now
and that's fair. If you don't need them to service your room, then you shouldn't tip.
No, yeah.
Because actually, I will, like I said, I clean my room myself all the time. But sometimes I'm like, I'm okay, I don't need it today.
But regardless, when you leave, they're going to have to clean your room.
Okay. Do you, okay, Keisha's like, no.
Keisha ain't doing it. Okay.
Good morning. We're talking about tipping. Who is this?
Good morning. My name is Don.
Hi, Don.
Don. I know now. Your name is Don. You got to be a Don about this.
Yeah, I usually tip 20%.
For everything?
For everything. I was actually in Haiti in August, and I tipped pretty well out there.
What about the barber? You tipped the barber?
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
Mm-hmm. Oh, even the bar? Well, yeah. I mean, depend on the service.
Oh, no. Hold on.
Do you have
said 20% everything?
Yeah. So if you getting your beard done or whatever lined up or something, do you tip for that?
Oh yeah. I always tip my barber as well.
So when you said it depends, what depends?
Well, I mean, it depends on how the service is.
Okay, so if the service isn't good, and that's true. If the service is not good, you don't automatically have to leave a tip.
No, I don't automatically leave a tip, but sometimes I might feel a little bad, and I might leave like maybe $5.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that, because what if you have like a server that's terrible?
I still tip anyway.
And disrespectful.
Not disrespectful, but even when service isn't good, I tip anyway because I feel like they think that black people don't tip. So I'll just go ahead and tip anyway.
So you think people think you're black? So you would still tip 20% for us?
I've done it multiple times. Even if I had issue with somebody, I'll still tip because I feel like they think we don't tip. So I'm trying to fight that stigma by just taking an L anyway.
Reverse psychology they did on you works. All right. Yes. We're talking about tipping. Who is this?
Yes, hi. My name is Michael.
Hi, Michael.
How are you, ladies?
Good. How are you? What are your thoughts on tipping?
I was wondering, how do you feel about being asked for a tip?
Like, give us an example.
How do you ask?
Like, I was just in Atlantic City, and they took out my bags, and the guy was like, a tip will be appreciated.
Oh.
So I took out $25, but I had loose, and I gave it to him. But I felt a little uncomfortable.
Well, okay.
A tip would be appreciated.
A tip. Did he deserve it?
No. Asking for a tip, I feel, is just disrespectful.
But it worked.
Obviously,
Were you going to?
Obviously, you're going to get a tip.
Oh, okay. Well, you were going to tip him anyway. You probably wouldn't have tipped him $25 though.
No, definitely not $25.
It worked.
But you know what? Sometimes it's a little nudge. He said it would be appreciated. He didn't say it was, where's my tip? He said a tip would be appreciated.
Right. But I feel, in this job, you're there and you know what's up. They're going to give you a tip.
Everyone doesn't tip, though.
Yeah, that's a fact. You'd be surprised.
In Atlantic City, you want good karma, so obviously you're going to tip people for good faith.
Spoken like a true gambler.
All right. Well, there you have it. It seems like 20% across the board.
Yes.
It feels like it's tacky to ask for a tip.
It feels like you need to be tipping more for your food delivery service, Angela.
I do. Sometimes I tip more than 20%.
Sometimes you don't tip 20% because it's expensive.
Because that bill was $100.
Okay.
I was like,
do better.
I don't know if I want to do $20.
It's Black History Month. Do better.
Ma'am, you didn't tip Hair Weave Murder 20%, and now you got to send more. Now you do better.
I will do
ma'am.
better.
All right, when we come back, we have Yeezy, and we are going to talk about Offset and Jay Prince. I hate that we have to detail this back and forth, but we're going to let you know what's going on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Angela Yee is way up.
On the way up. They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to him.
All right, it is Way Up with Angela Yee, and we're about to do Yee Tea. The Jasmine brand is here with me.
I am here. I love this segment.
I know you do, because you have an entertainment site.
I do. The Jasmine brand. Check us out.
The Jasmine brand. All right, so let's start off with this whole Jay Prince versus Offset situation.
Yikes.
Now, we did start off talking about this previously, where Jay Prince had some things to say about Offset when he was on $1 Million Worth of Game. Here's what he said originally.
This Offset dude, be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? I don't like them kind of individuals, and the truth of the matter is, you wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive, you know what I mean? So for you to be taking these positions that you taking, you know what I mean? And I got people everywhere, so I hear all kinds of things. I'm going to just say this to you. Don't never put me in no position where, I have to defend myself.
All right. Now, after that,
there's
previously,
more?
yes,
There's more? Okay.
Offset responded to Jay Prince's interview, and he posted this.
How dare one of y'all speak on me and Tate relationship? You trying to clear your face? This your 5th interview. You done did about my brother. You ain't think about his mama. You ain't think about the family. We ain't said nothing. Ain't nobody said nothing but you. And if you heard something from me, I'ma tell you it's gonna come from me. Call my phone. Y'all going off of he say, she say. Then y'all supposed to be this is who y'all supposed to be. And y'all on interviews and it out on an interview. Talking about I said this. Call my phone, homie.
Now, I saw a lot of people on social media taking sides in the situation of Offset versus Jay Prince. Some people felt like Jay Prince was basically picking on him, picking on Offset, and why didn't you call him? Well, Jay Prince then posted another message.
Oh, there's more. Okay.
And wrote in the caption, a message to the man that's off. To those of you that still live on principles over emotions that know and respect me, it's all good. I don't care about the media. I don't know if I can say this word. They eat ish for a living. We live on different planets and breathe different air, if you know what I mean. I only display loyalty and friendship to my brothers and sisters until they show me they're unworthy. Never been a bully or lived a life where I abuse my power on the weak. And here's what he had to say in that post that he captioned. Okay.
This clown Offset suffering from being a fake mother disease. He want to play victim now. But he was a volunteer when he spoke threats about me and my family name in his mouth about what he gonna do. Why you didn't call me to talk is the twist you want to use. Now you want to fake in front of a camera, trying to hide behind Takeoff mother when I've shown nothing but respect for her and family. See, boy, you acting like you a part of a family that don't really with you because you're a snake. Now you don't know me from a can of paint. Let me see if I can refresh your memory. Remember we talked when you got your ass whooped in Atlanta? You forgot?
And then Jay Prince went on to detail several different situations where he says that he got a call from Offset needing his assistance. Well, Cardi B went on social media and said, never tell him to show receipts. Only people that was there was Wack and Big U. Why would he call you for anything involving Crips? Whole bunch of fairy tales. And then Offset said, street N-word turned cop. Never needed you for no smoke. You the police, all mouth with no proof, just fairy tales. Let this be the last time we speak on this.
Wow. I feel like I'm on the group text and maybe I shouldn't be.
Yeah, so I know it's a lot of negativity around all of this, but this is what's going on.
Yep.
And I do really hope, though, that maybe they do need to just get on the phone.
Yeah, it needs to be some sort of sit down.
And talk, but, somebody's life was lost. Takeoff.
It's a really big deal.
And now it's causing all of this fallout from it, and I think that's a shame. We'd rather see people now at this point in time say, let's not even argue about small things, bigger things
way
on
bigger
the line
things.
here. And quality control, since we're talking about Offset and all of this, has been acquired for a reported $300 million.
That's a lot of money.
And that's by Scooter Braun's company, Hybe America. So it's a division of the South Korean entertainment firm, which dominates the K-pop world.
Okay.
And so that's Coach K and P from Quality Control that actually they're all very enthusiastic about it.
Right.
Coach K said P and I are ecstatic about this partnership with Scooter and Hybe and are confident they can get us to our global ambitions we've had in our scope since the beginning of our company, as nothing means more than our artists impacting worldwide.
Wow, congratulations to them.
Now, Quality Control, you know, Migos, Lil Baby, Lil Yachty, City Girls, I Swear Bezo, Bankroll Freddie, Lakia, Gloss Up, amongst other people. So,
okay,
that is definitely going to be, I mean,
a nice situation, a nice bag. It sounds like a lot.
Yeah, that's $300 million. That's a lot.
That's like a lot.
All right, and Michael Irvin has been pulled from the NFL Network Super Bowl coverage, and this is following report of misconduct toward a woman in the hotel lobby. Now, Michael Irvin is staying at a hotel in Glendale, Arizona. That's near this weekend's Super Bowl. He told the Dallas Morning News the encounter took place in the hotel lobby. He returned after a night out on the town. He said his interaction with the woman lasted only 45 seconds, and then they shook hands and went their separate ways. He said, honestly, I'm a bit baffled with it all. This all happened in a 45-second conversation in the lobby. When I got back after going out, I came into the lobby and I talked to somebody. I talked to this girl. I don't know her, and I talked to her for about 45 seconds. We shook hands and I left. That's all I know. And he did admit that he was drinking, so he doesn't recall the conversation, but he says he's totally perplexed about what happened and what law did he break. He said it was nothing physical. There was definitely nothing physical.
What did he say to this lady, allegedly?
I have no idea, but I'm sure at some point we're going to find out. But now he's been relieved of his duties covering the Super Bowl.
Yikes. This
from the NFL Network.
This is serious.
Yeah, so it has to be something
significant.
Really significant.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, so not sure, but Super Bowl is this weekend, and we'll be following up with this story to see if we can figure out what went down.
Right, okay.
But that is your Yeetie. Thank you, Jasmine Brand.
Thank you, Angela Yee.
I know. I hate that we have to do such negative stories.
But we do positive stories, and we do some other things we're going to talk about soon. So
right, and coming up next, I do want to talk about cannabis. Now, there is a company, MedMen. There was a huge chain of cannabis stores. They were calling this the Apple Store of Weed, and things have gone terribly left. We're going to tell you all about it on Way Up with Angela Yee when we come back. Thank you, Jasmine Brand.
Angela Yee is way up. On the way up.
Going to put a dent in
At
that.
all, yeah.
Also, I'm reading that they have not paid their rent since 2021.
Why not?
On their lease. I guess it's looking like they have too much debt to be able to do that. So that's just one of the cannabis companies that is facing a reckoning as this industry bubble of marijuana businesses is deflating because of excessive debt, falling marijuana prices, competition, because there's a lot of stores that sell cannabis that might be illegal.
Yeah.
That people now have these options that they can go to. And high taxes, that's another thing. They said that the taxes on that business is one of the reasons that a lot of these companies are failing in cannabis, because people are not paying the taxes, and the taxes are ridiculously high.
Okay.
So
I'll say, living in LA for 8 years, there was a marijuana cannabis store almost
on every corner. Yeah.
Every corner. And I remember hearing about MedMen, and when I first moved there, and I was kind of confused. What is this? What do they do or whatever? And it's a lot of competition in LA and obviously across the country now. But I remember thinking like, wow.
Imagine you're going to get audited too, for sure, if you have a cannabis business. Yeah. And then the other problem is that it's not regulated like that. So the rules are always changing.
Yes.
And so I know in New York, it's pretty strict right now as far as what you can do. But everybody was trying to get in on it. People who had nothing to do and don't even smoke was like, yo, let me get in this business.
Remember when everyone wanted to be a realtor?
Yeah.
Now everybody wanted to be a...
Yeah. So MedMen is based near LA. They operate 23 stores. And that's another problem too, is growing your business too fast.
Yep.
And then a lot of times people feel like, oh, I'm going to get a whole bunch of investors to invest in my company, and then it's going to be valued at XYZ. Because at one point, like I said, they were valued at $1.7 billion.
And now they have only $15.6 million.
Listen, their shares rose to over $8, but today, you know how much it is?
How much?
4 cents.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I mean, think about that as a drop as far as the value of a company.
4 cents?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a lot of businesses, though, they said that and other companies that do cannabis, they've suffered similarly. There's other stocks of different cannabis producers. Tilray Brands, that's a cannabis producer that's among the industry's largest companies, is down more than 90% from its all-time high. And Canopy Growth, another major player, is also down a similar amount. Now, I remember earlier on, because, you know, I have family members who are very... do really well. One thing I will say, if you can actually... not have the overhead of having a dispensary, plus the taxes and the headaches that come with that, and having to deal with security. And if you have one of those dispensaries, making sure that your employees don't steal, because that's also something that could happen. Being somebody that can actually help as far as supplying, that's probably a better business.
Or be a grower. I heard that it was really hard for Black and brown people to break into this industry.
Yeah, it is, because it's expensive to break into.
Yep.
And as you can see, even trying to raise money, and it's a little bit of a risky business. So, you know, that's just one of the things that I wanted to talk about, because I saw this story going viral. So we wanted to talk about, kind of break it down.
Yeah, because I
people.
feel like a lot of people think that this is a thriving business and everyone should get into it. And there's stories like this that people need to be aware of.
You know what they said? Half of all new cannabis businesses won't make it to the 5-year mark, and 7 out of 10 will fail within 10 years.
I feel like that's a typical standard for business.
Yeah, it is. But people think that cannabis was a get-rich-quick business.
Yes.
Because then you saw some businesses thriving, right? Because some people do really well. Like, you know, look at Berner. He does amazing, and cookies and all of that. But, you know, they've been around for quite some time, and they do a great job marketing.
Yep.
And they have their products in other places, too.
Yeah.
So, you know, just being able to market your business, also not grow too quickly, also get excellent partnerships. All of those things I feel like are really important when it comes to doing that business. But with this MedMen story going viral, I just wanted to shed some light on that.
Okay.
All right. Now, when we come back, we love to do stories that are under the radar, stories that we feel like you should know about, but maybe aren't necessarily those headline news stories. And I want to talk about this pill that can treat postpartum depression. Now, Jasmine, you recently had a little cute baby.
Yes, I did. And I definitely experienced postpartum.
And do you feel like now everything is...
I don't know if everything is bad. My daughter is a year and some change. I don't know if everything is, you know, I feel like I'm still kind of adjusting.
Right.
It's not as bad as it was, though.
Some people have postpartum depression and don't even know it. Like, they just don't know what's wrong.
When I was talking to you, I remember you saying, well, maybe you're still going through postpartum. You remember saying that to me? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just something to think about. But imagine if there was a pill that could treat postpartum depression. And this could be a game changer for some people. The FDA is working to help develop this. And we'll give you some more information on that when we come back on Way Up with Angela Yee, featuring my girl, Jasmine Brand.
Turn it all the way up. Angela Yee is Way Up.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, featuring Jasmine Brand right here.
Hey.
You can also check out her, thejasminebrand.com.
Yes.
Entertainment site. And let's talk about Michael B. Jordan. Now, he says he was on the CBS Mornings on Wednesday, and he addressed a lot of different things. He was also asked by Gayle King about his breakup with Lori Harvey. Here's what he had to say.
I was lucky enough to have a lot of work. I'm a firm believer is what's for you is for you. And coming out of that situation, not to give it, you know, any energy and kind of move from that, it was an experience for me to grow, you know, and learn. I'm in my light right now. This is my Jordan year. I mean that. You know, this is my year. There's so much going on, so many blessings, so many great things. This is at a point in my career where there's not a lot of people telling me no, and everything's wide open.
And let's not forget, he is making his directorial debut with Creed 3.
Yes.
That's a big one.
That is very big. That teaser looks really good.
Yeah. I'm excited. I love the Creed movies.
Me too.
As a matter of fact, one time I was on a flight with DJ Envy.
Okay.
And he was watching Creed for the first time, and he was crying.
DJ Envy was crying?
Yeah, he was crying on a flight. He was watching Creed.
Okay, shout out to Envy.
Yeah, so I can imagine. I
love
know
a man
he's going to be
cries.
all over Creed 3. All right, now, Halle Bailey's sister, Sky, has apologized after calling out her boyfriend, DDG, Halle's boyfriend. So people thought that the two of them had broken up. He tweeted out all these girls the same. He also scrubbed Halle's pictures from off of his social media page. And so she called him out and said, you're not going to do her the way you do everybody else. But apparently, she spoke with Halle, and it was nothing. She said, my bad, y'all. I spoke to sis, and ain't nothing going on, LOL. Let me go back to drinking my water and minding the business that pays me.
Holly Pie was like, can you please stop,
Yeah,
sister?
it's fine. I know you love me, but
she's taking it for her sister.
You're making this too much.
No, actually, DDG made it too much by tweeting that out, and Okay.
But he also knows.
He know what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's on him. It's his fault.
All right, now Britney Spears, she's been having some struggles with her mental health and substance abuse, and now people close to her have planned an intervention, according to TMZ. One source told TMZ, I'm afraid she's going to die.
Oh my gosh.
That's supposedly one of her close friends. It's weird to talk to TMZ and be...
yeah, what is the...
But anyway, multiple sources with direct knowledge say that people around her have become alarmed by her erratic, volatile behavior. They said she's taking meds that hype her up and has been flying off the handle. One source says that her manager rented a house in the LA area for several months. The plan was to take her there to the house without her knowing. And then her husband and an interventionist and doctors would be present to try to convince her to get the help that she needs. But the plan was for this to go down on Tuesday, and somehow she became aware of the plan, and it all changed, and the intervention idea got scrapped.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they said that Britney agreed to meet with a doctor. We don't know what type of doctor, and she met with the doctor yesterday, and it went well.
Have you... Oh, that's good. That's good news. Have you noticed her social media posts are always a little...
she's been through a lot.
Yeah, I know, and you can. It's a lot. Some of them are a little alarming. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and if that was your friend, you would want to help.
I wouldn't be calling TMZ.
Yeah, is that helpful? All right,
not at all.
Now, Flo Rida is saying that he plans to pursue philanthropy with his settlement that he got from the energy drink Celsius, and so he got an $82 million settlement. I mean, that's
he got a serious bag,
an amazing amount of money.
Yeah.
And so here's what he had to say about what his plans are.
I'm more happy about the philanthropic things that I could do. Like, I have my Big Dreams for Kids charity. Beautiful. I have a youth football league. I have over 10,000 kids. This is this thing where I just thinking about the generational wealth and how I can continue to have, open doors for other people. And just investing in the kids. I mean, when you invest in the future, you can't even imagine what the future would be like.
I love that.
$82 million.
First of all, I feel like he was already well off financially, and then he got this $82 million. What do you think he had to pay taxes on that?
Half, at least.
Okay. All right.
And then you also probably got to pay the lawyer.
Yeah.
On top of that, but whatever.
Still.
I'll take it. Not a problem.
Still a bag.
All right, and I do want to give a shout out. I know I did this yesterday at the end of the show when the news broke.
Okay.
But we got to do it proper in our Yeetie. And Naturi Naughton and 2 Lewis, congratulations to them.
Congratulations.
They have announced that they are expecting their first child together. And she shared the news with people. She said, my daughter is especially happy to be getting a younger sibling, so I'm excited to share this joy as a family. So she already has her 5-year-old daughter with her ex.
Yes.
And now... she also talked about how she broke the news to 2. She recalled still being on a high from their wedding in April, and everything naturally fell into place after their wedding to have a family. She said it felt like the perfect way to start a new chapter with my hubby. I wrapped my 2 pregnancy tests in pretty tissue paper and put it in a cute little gift bag and told him I had a belated birthday gift for him. So.
Oh, now you're good friends with Naturi.
Yes, I love Naturi.
Are you going to give us the exclusive on if she's having a boy or girl right now?
No. If you're good friends with somebody, would you want to do that?
Nope.
But Naturi did say once she announced it in people that she's going to come up here.
Okay, yeah, we need to.
Because there's a lot she has going on, too. Because she's filming and everything.
Yeah,
so.
she's booked in and expecting. I love it.
And that is your Yeetie. Now, it is Black History Month.
It is.
And so all month, and I feel like we should do this nonstop anyway. We're highlighting different amazing people for Black History Month. So when we come back, we'll talk about Black owned, because we love that. On Way Up with Angela Yee featuring the Jasmine Brand.
Turn it up. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's Black History Month, so we want to honor some incredible, amazing human beings.
Okay.
Jasmine Brand is here with me.
Yes, I'm here.
So one company that I want to talk about is Book Dog Sports. Okay. Now, Rondé Booker and his 14-year-old son, Kendall, and I love when people do stuff with their kids.
Yes, I love it.
Because that really helps kids become entrepreneurs at an early age and sets that mindset. But they're making history. They're the founders of Book Dog Sports. It's the first ever Black-owned athletic supply company.
Wow.
Have you ever thought about this? Because
no,
he's been supporting his son at team practices and games, and he noticed all of the equipment was developed by 4 companies, and none of them were Black owned.
Okay.
Did you play sports, Jasmine?
No, not really.
Did you cheerlead?
I did.
Okay. All right, so he said, Arande said, when thinking about sports, it's likely that several black stars across all sports, basketball, football, tennis, or soccer, come to mind easily. Black people have contributed much to sports, attracting fans and diverse audiences, redefining the game and helping shape its culture, yet so few are found behind the ball, particularly when looking at industries like sports equipment.
Okay.
Yeah, so I like that because it's you going somewhere, seeing something, and then one day I'm sure it sparked in his head like, how come?
Yeah, and it's really an untapped market in terms of black and brown people.
Well, they're the first ones to ever do this, so I think that's amazing. So their first product is called the HW101. It's a basketball made with premium microfiber composite leather that offers amazing grip and durability to last all season and beyond.
Kudos to them. And his son is 14. Can you imagine if you were doing something like this at 14, where you would be in terms of your business?
Yeah, I wish. All right.
Same here.
Now, the other day when Godfrey was here, we also talked about Harvard University having their first ever black woman as the president, Claudine Gay. Mm-hmm. That's the first time that's ever happened, right? Mm-hmm. Well, now at Mount Holyoke College, they actually just elected a black woman to be the president there for the first time ever. So shout out to Danielle Wren-Holly. She's a noted legal educator and social justice scholar. She's the 20th president of Mount Holyoke College. The board did unanimously elect her following a thorough and inclusive search process. And now she's the first black woman in the 186-year history of that college to serve as a permanent president, and the fourth black woman in history to lead one of the original Seven Sisters colleges. So she was previously the dean and professor of law at Howard University School of Law, and now she is El Presidente.
Congratulations. I'm looking at her now. Congratulations to her.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know you had some for us too, right, Jasmine? For Black History Month?
Did I?
Yes, right here. It's right on top of your stack of papers, Jasmine Brand.
Okay.
A black woman-owned tech company called Sparky. Now, you know we're sitting here charging everything as we're sitting here right now. My phone, my laptop, sometimes your headphones.
Yep.
So Sparky is a black woman-owned tech company, and they have announced their first two-part charging system portable device, so you can Sparky up.
So we need to buy this. No, we do.
You do.
Okay, I'll buy it.
It's available for pre-order right now.
Oh, pre-order. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so founder and creator Kyla Wilkinson said, "Our world is becoming more reliant on our tech devices, and it's time to start innovating the charging experience. I searched unsuccessfully for an aesthetically pleasing product that would charge my mobile devices without taking up too much space. So I decided to create one myself because consumers shouldn't have to choose between a creative design and better battery life."
Okay.
So it's a puck and base combo. So now you can charge these 3 different devices simultaneously. So when you're always asking me, oh, do you have a charger? Do you have a charger? I can say, yeah, because we can charge our devices together.
iOS and Android. And early bird pricing is $69. Oh, this is in my budget, Ange.
But the retail price will be $99. Now the question is, will you leave a tip? Because earlier we were talking about tipping.
We were talking about tipping, and I feel like I'm doing pretty well, and I feel like you need to do better.
Well, you only said that now because you're actually going to send in an extra tip.
And you also owe a tip to people that... Oh, yeah, actually, yesterday, you owed tip... Or the day before yesterday, you didn't tip enough for the expensive restaurant that you ordered from.
Mm-hmm.
So you
the guy looked really happy with his tip, I just want to say.
Well, what's he going to do? Like cry at your door?
Very excited.
I don't think
he didn't know how much my food cost. All right, now there's also a black-owned VC firm, NextCube Partners, and they partnered with Costco. They're investing $40 million into HBCU-founded startups.
Oh, I love this.
You went to an HBCU, girl.
Yeah, shout out to Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland.
Mm-hmm. So TechCrunch has reported that venture capital firm NextCube and Costco Wholesale have launched the HBCU Founders Fund. They want to invest $40 million in startups founded by at least one HBCU student, alumni, or faculty member. Matter of fact, my partner and Coffee Uplifts People, Tony Forte, he went to an HBCU.
I think
as
he
well.
went to Tennessee State, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let me let him know, because you know we need some money right now. All right, so so shout out to them for that. So the deadline for people who are trying to actually apply is March 10th, and so you guys can look that up. Next, NEX Cubed. They partner with Costco, and they're investing $40 million into HBCU founded startups.
I love this.
There you go. Black History Month. We're trying to give you some information, but I like useful information.
I do too.
And actionable things. So now you guys have some actions that you can take. We told you about Book Dog Sports, the first ever black-owned athletic supply company that you guys can go ahead and purchase a basketball, the HW101.
Yes.
Made from premium microfiber composite leather.
Okay.
And then we told you about Sparky, a black woman-owned tech company, so you can charge 3 devices at once. It's now available for pre-order. And you can Sparky up and go on Kickstarter and get pay $69 for early bird pricing, and then the retail price will be $99. It's aesthetically pleasing because I know there are other devices that charge multiple things,
right?
But this look good.
Oh, I'm getting it for us.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we just told you about a black-owned VC firm, Next Cubed, partnering with Costco, and you guys can go on there and try to get some money if one of the people in your business went to an HBCU.
March 10th is the deadline, right?
Yes, March 10th is that deadline.
Okay.
There you go. All of these things you can do for Black History Month and beyond. And when we come back, speaking of founders and entrepreneurs, we're going to be talking to DeJean.
Okay.
Now, you know him as a comedian, also one of the former hosts of Video Music Box. There's a whole documentary about Video Music Box that Ralph McDaniel started, but he also has a comedy club that he just opened in Brooklyn, and such an interesting story. When we come back, DeJean on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. My girl Jasmine Brand is here with me today.
What's up?
Thank you, Jasmine Brand, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You know, one of the stories I wanted to touch on that we did earlier during the Yee Tea is, and you know I love talking about business.
You do?
But this has to do with quality control.
Okay.
You know, they sold to Hive for $320 million, something like that. And I saw that actually from Quality Control, he went online and posted.
Yes.
And he said, I don't usually post long notes, but I recorded some thoughts tonight. There is no value in separation. There is so much more value when people are working together and not hating and taking each other down, especially when you come from nothing. Stop thinking people are selling out. Instead, see people are selling in and see that you are building something to create more for everybody. Black entrepreneurs are not getting these opportunities on a regular basis, and they should be. Let's stay inspired and celebrate the blessings and leveling up and breaking of barriers.
The announcement, he looked at me like, what? The announcement did get mixed reactions. So I understand that's why he posted and said that and kind of gave an explanation and some context around, their decision.
Yeah, and the only reason I was bringing that up is because a lot of people do want to build a company to sell it. And there's nothing wrong with that because it actually gives you some more capital to be other things. I see people selling their publishing and people selling their music catalogs and all of that. And it's yours. You can do what you want with it. And then you can use that money to go and do something else. 300 Entertainment, they sold to Warner Music for $400 million.
Right.
And a lot of people are sitting at home like, oh, they sold out. Listen, if somebody's going to give you $320 million.
Right. But, I think regular people, we just don't know. We don't understand what that means. We don't understand why. Outside of the money, people don't understand, like, why would you want to lose ownership? People need context. So I think it's good to kind of explain that.
Well, now they got ownership of $320 million. But there's a lot more you can do when you have the capital and also in a partnership and you talk about global access.
Yes.
That is a big deal. And we see this happen in the corporate world all the time. But with these black-owned companies, people get so upset when...
Very upset.
And I understand that because we feel like this is our thing. But sometimes people build companies, build apps, build things to be able to sell it, to get access to capital, and then they can help other people, like Richie Lou Dennis did when he sold Shea Moisture, and then he has Essence, and then he has the fund now, and he helps fund so many different black-owned companies. So it is important to understand that.
Yep.
That was just on my mind.
You had to get it off your chest.
And speaking of ownership, DeJon is coming up next. He's a comedian. He was one of the hosts for Video Music Box, and now he owns a comedy club in Brooklyn because he was tired of just being a performer at him. He wanted to own one on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up?
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and this is for my Mastery of Comedy segment, which is something that is near and dear to my heart because y'all know I love comedy. Jasmine Brand is here joining me, guest co-hosting. Yes. And today we have Kwame Clark and DeJean here.
Hey, Angela. Hi.
Now, the reason I have both of you here, I actually came to the venue that you guys have in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. Is it called Laughaholics now or 275?
No, it's called 275 Park, home of Laughaholics.
Okay, there we
go. I
go.
didn't want to lose that part of it.
And it's good to have the name of the venue as the address. And so Ray DeJon, legendary, as you see, he has on his video music box sweatshirt.
That's right.
Yes.
I had to wear this.
Yes.
I made a point to put this on.
But also a great host, great comedian. This is your partner, Kwame, in 275 Park, home of the Laughaholics.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's start with the venue and then let's move backwards.
Okay.
So tell us about opening this new venue, because I saw you guys had the soft launch earlier in January. And I just want to go through the process of what made you decide to do this.
Well, I met Kwame years ago. He was the director of the Performing Arts Center at York College,
Mm-hmm.
and I would produce and promote shows at his venue. I would do my Laughaholics April Fool's show and other shows involving old school R&B, old school hip hop, and comedy. And so we developed a working relationship then. And a few years into that relationship, we said, hey man, maybe one day we could create our own venue and have our own venue. Pandemic hit, and the conversation came up again. And this time we said, we're going to go for it.
But the way that you're setting up 275 Park is different.
Yes.
This is what he told me when I came. He said, this is 35 and over.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son asked, can he do his party there? I was like, hell to the no.
How old is your son?
He's 24.
Okay,
I
he's
said
too
you were
young.
looking for a cougar for him.
Well, I am. I'm probably going to give out the number later for my son. By the way, I caught him having sex in my bed during the pandemic.
No!
But we'll talk about
Wait
that later.
a minute.
Listening to My Marvin.
Did he have a mask on?
No. Listening to My Marvin Gaye CD.
I know that's right.
Did it ruin the moment for him? Did you let him finish or did you?
Nah, I mean, I'm a guy, but I'm a dad.
You're a dad,
so
you're
I
a
had to be
parent.
a dad. I had to discipline him. but at the end of the day, like when I told them to go downstairs, him and his,
friend.
Yeah, whatever. The dad part of me was like, wow, my man got some, you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
He got some Uchi.
You gave him
Oh
a
my
pound.
And then I found a box of Magnum condoms. I'm like, okay, he's protecting himself.
Yeah, good. He's
Until I thought
responsible.
about it, I'm like, I don't even wear Magnum condoms. Now I'm in therapy.
Oh my god.
Because my son got a bigger sharsh than me.
I would say, Ray DeJon, just so you know, some guys wear them but don't necessarily need them.
Right.
They just like the packaging.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like a baggie. And then they got to get a twisty to hold it up.
To hold it up,
We call those sagnums.
So,
And just a comedian on the low.
No, but this is why I'm really excited, because for myself as an entrepreneur in Brooklyn, and then to have you opening this, I was just hyped. And we're going to do the Coffee Uplifts people and the
Yes.
Drink Fresh juice in there.
Perfect.
So that's another thing. But I do want to dig into the history you got on your video music box sweatshirt. And, originally, I really, really, really knew Ray DeJon from Video Music Box. So you and Ralph McDaniel still super cool to this day. How did all that transpire?
So I was working in substance abuse. That's my initial career. And I would, host and do all of the fundraisers for my jobs. And I became this MC doing fashion shows and weddings. I worked under Dr. Bob Lee. And then I kept going to Ralph McDaniels for an interview. And I got on this other show called Dance Tracks USA with this other guy named Tony Toon, who mimicked Ralph's show that was on once a week. Kept going to Ralph. He kept turning me down. He's like, I got enough. I got Crazy Sam. I got Tuffy. I got all these people. I'm good. Until the holidays came.
Okay. Uh-oh.
And he says, I'm busy. I'm going to give you a shot.
Okay.
And that was 30 years ago.
Persistence.
Yeah. And he put me out there, and I've been on his show ever since. Of course, I don't do it as much anymore, but I've been on that show ever since. And everybody always asks me, how did you translate from a counselor
Yes.
to a host on TV? Because hosting and interviewing, whether it's Biggie Smalls or Tupac or anybody, it's the ability to get people to talk in a safe zone.
Okay.
And as a counselor, I developed those skills. So I went into interviewing artists very, very easily. From that point, the popularity on Ralph's show allowed me to start doing my own thing.
Yes.
But I didn't want to do a video show because I didn't want to step on the guy's toes
Oh.
who gave me an opportunity. And that's when the comedy thing started coming. This guy one day said, hey, why don't you help me promote this show? I want to do comedy. I'm like, I would love to do comedy. And since I was popular, every time I promoted a show, it would sell out because I was on Video Music Box.
Right,
That's the
people knew
guy
you.
from Video Music
Yeah.
Box. I used that. And then one day, Talent was my first host. He's one of the New York Kings.
Yep.
He didn't show up. He's
What?
like, Ray, you got to host a show.
Wow.
I was like,
Right
what?
there to pick up the pieces.
Let me tell you what to do. You already got a personality, Ray.
Yep.
You're already on stages. You already do concerts. You already do shows. You could do it. And he gave me some pointers. And I did it. and I developed a love for it, and that was it.
I know that when you get on stage, you talk about your own personal situations, and you being a substance abuse counselor. Let's talk about what led you to going down that path.
Well, I had a very, very, very troubled childhood. I have a book that's coming out that's called My Sixth Sense is Humor.
Okay.
Because humor is the main aspect of my life that has helped me to move through different obstacles, whether it was domestic violence, substance abuse, incarceration, my career, and employment.
Okay.
Everything was based on my sense of humor and how that stood out. So in my, I went down the wrong path. I got influenced by some people while I was in high school. I was a hustler. I was a street person. I would rob and steal and sell drugs and then start using it myself until it became a problem. And I got arrested several times, winded up in Elmira Correctional Facility. The last bit I did was like 2.5 years. But while I was there, I got my GED. I started college. I came out. I finished. I got my degree in substance abuse.
Okay.
But I didn't let go of the fact that I used to use. I had a regular job, and I was working at this New York hospital as a housekeeping person. And every time I got my check, I would get high. But I didn't realize that I had a problem before I went to jail because I always had money, and I never had to want or need for it.
Right.
So I was working, and then eventually I started borrowing money, and eventually I started stealing from the job.
Wow.
So at first you were kind of a functioning addict.
Yes. Initially when I came out, because I didn't want to get back into the street life. I didn't want to get into stealing again until...
You didn't want to go back to jail.
Right. I didn't want to go back to jail.
Did your sense of humor help you in jail?
It did. It got me through jail. It got me through incarceration. Because I was I was a snapper. I would always make fun. And then, guys were like, I want to lock next to Ray because he's funny. Because doing time is cool when you're around funny people.
Right.
It helps you pass the time away.
Right.
I do a joke on stage that before they found out I was home in some because I had everybody laughing the whole time. So they couldn't figure out who Ray DeJean really was. So it was kind of like a deterrent, but it got me through.
Yeah.
And, as a child, the domestic abuse on my mom, my biological father, and 3 stepfathers after that, all physically abused my mom. And I would go in the street and I would snap on people. And I figured out later that was a coping
mechanism.
A coping mechanism that helped me get by. And then eventually learned about domestic violence and all the aspects of it, and learned about substance abuse. And here's the tipping point. It got so bad that one day I went in the tunnel of a train station to smoke. And I went in there and I'm looking at the trains go by and I'm smoking. It's just 3 people, me, myself, and I. And I'm there and I'm like, I can't do this no more.
Wow.
And the following day I went to my aunt, and my aunt coincidentally knew the director of this program in Queens called Elmcore.
Okay.
And she put me in the following day. She said, I'm going to give you this $20. I'm coming to get you in the morning and I'm going to put you in the program.
Okay.
So I took the $20. I went and got high.
Oh my God.
Wow. One last time. You had to do it one last time.
That was my last time. That was January 6, 1984.
Wow. So that was the anniversary that just passed in January.
Yeah, that was the last time that
And you know what? That's like God's plan right there too, for you to talk to your aunt and she coincidentally knows somebody.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times things do happen for a reason when you decide to seek help. So you went to seek help, and I know for some people they relapse, they go back, but for you that was
it.
That was it. That's great.
That was it.
Way Up with Angela Yee. I love discussing entrepreneurship and comedy, mixing 2 things together with Ray DeJean. We have more next.
Yeah, look, wait, I'ma take y'all way up.
We all the way up with Angela Yee.
Hey. Now back.
Yeah, she back at it.
Bring in the back.
Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and we are talking to Ray DeJean, entrepreneur and host and comedian. And you know what's interesting, Ray? Being in the club, because you were in the club doing interviews, and you've interviewed some iconic people, some interviews that like top tier artists at that time. Who was the most difficult person for you to actually get on camera? Because I know some people, like you did Eminem. It's not
I did Eminem.
Yeah, it's not like Eminem does a lot of interviews. You did Biggie.
I did Biggie.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I tell you the most difficult interview, Timbaland.
Oh, really? Timbaland?
Yeah, no, Timbaland. He was so hard. It was at Uncle Ralph's Urban Gear, the store. And we had him there, and he was like so hard to and Ralph told me, he's like, yo, you got to really pull teeth with this guy.
Okay.
Back then, he was real quiet.
He seems still a little reserved, so I can see that even more quiet
he was
back then.
extremely reserved back then.
Who was your favorite person to interview? Who?
Biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was
can see that.
I was nervous interviewing him.
Yeah.
Tupac was a good interview. He's not really focused when you interview him. He's like all over the place.
Right.
Okay.
And sometimes those interviews are in places that are distracting too.
Yeah.
But I also feel like those are fun. Nobody does that anymore. You know,
Kanye though, so I was at a Jay-Z album release party, and Ralph goes, yo, there's a producer there named Kanye West. Make sure you get there. He's an up and coming. He got one of the tracks on the. So we go to look for him, right? So the camera guy goes up to him and says, hey, Kanye, we want to do it. He said, yo, chill, not right now. I'm not ready. I was like, yo, who is this dude? No, just back then, the arrogance, that's one time. Second time, my brother was doing these airbrush shirts. And so we gave Kanye a shirt.
Okay.
So we like, hey man, could you put this on? We want to do an interview with you on Video Music Box. So he takes off his other shirt, he's putting it on, and the camera guy pulls the camera up.
Uh-oh.
And he went crazy. Yo, turn that camera off. Yo, I'm not dressed yet, bro. Yo, what you doing? I'm like, yo, dude, calm down. He's not even recording.
Right.
Nah, bro. He went, this is when the tights started coming out. So everybody was moving away from baggy.
Yeah.
And he was getting into the tight stuff.
Right.
So he had to tuck his shirt in. And he said, now I'm ready.
So he's always been like,
Nah, I've always seen that with Kanye.
Interesting.
That's not a surprise to me.
Now, let's talk about that transition, though. So you said you were like, okay, I want to start branching off and doing my own thing. I don't want to step on Ralph McDaniel's toes. So let's do this. And then you said talent. You ended up stepping in. So then what happened after that?
I started promoting and producing shows. At first, I had a booking agent that would book the comedians for me until I started developing a relationship, getting the numbers on my own. A comedy room is a venue that's not a comedy club that somebody takes and they transform it into a comedy space that night.
Okay.
So that's what I was doing for a while. I had different places, restaurants, bars, and I would create a comedy night. All of these stars came through me. Kevin Hart, Mike Epps, J.B. Smoove, Bill Burr, Lisa Lampanelli, all these comics when they were brand new, D. Ray Davis, Carlos Miller, all came to these places in New York because New York was the comedy mecca. I used to pay Kevin Hart $25.
Which, by the way, a lot of comedians didn't get paid at all.
Right.
Right. So I did that. That's when I started stepping it up. I brought Queen of Comedy some more, D.L. Hughley, Bill Bellamy, Cheryl Underwood, Adele Gibbons, Tracy Morgan, all these comedians because I had a bigger venue.
Right.
Now I could accommodate them and be able to pay that certain amount of money.
Right.
All right. So let people have all the information. Right now, you guys are still kind of, I don't know if you still call it a soft launch, but you're waiting to get the permitting for more seating.
Yes. Well, we're doing shows now. We're rolling out gradually.
Tony Robbins was
Tony Robbins was
he
just
was there.
And we're not just we're doing comedy, but we're also doing unplugged series like
nice.
Let's just say Big Daddy Kane comes in, or
nice.
MC Light, where we'll have 4 shows over the weekend with smaller crowds, 200 people.
But also during the day, it's a cafe, so people can come there, work. And we're here to support too, but I do want to thank you guys both for taking time out of your busy schedules to come here. We want to make sure everybody knows that this venue is here and that it's for all of us to go to, whether it's during the day for the cafe, the nighttime events, the comedy, the unplugged series, the brunches, everything that's going to be going on. I'll be there because, I am a Brooklyn frequenter of establishments.
Instagram is 275 Park BK. And then my Instagram is at Ray DeJean, RayDejon.
All right. Well, thank you guys both so much. I appreciate you, support you, and y'all are my first Mastery of Comedy guests, so I appreciate that too.
Thank you, Angela.
We got to start it off with a bang.
Pop the cherry.
Thank you so much for joining us, Ray DeJean and Kwame Clark. And when we come back, 800-292-5150 is the number. It's Ask Ye on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Whoa! Yeah. I'm going all the way up. Hey.
Going way up with Angela Yee.
Everybody
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and there's a few segments that are near and dear to my heart, and one of those is Ask Yee. So this is the time that you guys get to ask whatever questions that you might have, and I'll give you some advice, some of my expert advice. All right, who's this?
Hey, what's going on, Yee? I'm going to stay anonymous on this one.
Okay, stay anonymous. Let's go.
I appreciate it. What's going on? Congratulations on the show. First off, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. That's sweet.
Absolutely. So thank you for having me on. I'm actually just trying to get some advice on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
I'm having a little bit of a dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
I've been with my lady for like 3 years, and I am having some like financial difficulties right now.
Okay.
Like last couple months, I like lost my job, and I've just been trying to like play catch up and all that stuff. And she know that, and she been riding with me through it and all that. But I want to do something special for Valentine's Day, even though the funds ain't really looking like that. Like I got like $100 to my name. I'm dead ass. Like for what I can spend on that, you know what I'm saying? But I got this little nice card that pops out at you with all the photos and stuff. I got that coming, but I just want to do something else, and I just need some advice on like what else I can do that's reasonable for the budget that still shows that I care and I love her. But I just, stuff costs, you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to find out what I can do that's within my means and that'll still show that I care, you know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, I love the fact that you are thinking ahead because Valentine's Day is next week. Some people are waiting until the last minute. So I think that's dope. I love the fact that your woman knows the situation, that you're financially struggling right now, and that y'all are comfortable to be able to talk about finances because a lot of couples can't really do that, And so what city are you in?
I'm in Chicago, yeah.
Okay, you're in Chicago. Oh, well, maybe we can help you do something special for her. Now, what I want you to do is, that might be nice because, I love Chicago.
Okay, yeah, you be here all the time. I'll be seeing you at the, you be at Fleet Club. You be at all the little places around here, so I know you be out here.
Yeah, shout out to Fleet Club. They're doing an episode of The Shy there. You know what I'm going to do?
I see that.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to send you a package from Black Girl Sunscreen for you to give to her. But in addition to that, I'm going to call up my guy from Fleet Club. And I am going to let you go there and pick out something for your girl.
Oh, wow. No
Don't
way.
go crazy with it. Don't go try to buy the most expensive thing. I'm going to give you a limit.
Nah, she don't even like, you know what I'm saying? She was like
I'm going to give you a limit, but I'm going to hit up my guys from Fleet Club. I'm going to hit them up right now. Hold on the line. Let me get your information. So for Valentine's Day, you're going to take, and then I want you to also plan something yourself, in the house. Okay. So maybe what you do is, can you cook?
Okay. Yeah, I can cook. And I can follow directions.
All right, good. Well, then you're going to also make her a beautiful dinner, present her with a card, and then you're going to get her something from Fleet Club, and you're going to give that to her also. And you guys are going to have a beautiful, nice Netflix night in with you making the dinner, get a nice bottle of wine, and then you're going to give her a gift.
I can do that. Oh, snap. Yee, that's love. I can do that. I can do that. That's reasonable.
All right, well, hold on the line. I'm going to get your information, and I'm going
to
let Boo and Dee know that you're coming.
Thank you, Yee. I love you so much. I appreciate you. You are a lifesaver, Yee. Thank you so much.
All right, hold on. All right, that is ASCII. Again, that phone number is 800-292-5150. Matter of fact, call us up right now, and we can help you on Way Up with Angela Yee. Coming up next, we got The Last Word. Yes, Way Up with Angela Yee. Day 4 in the books. It's almost a wrap. Jasmine Brand is here.
It's almost been a full week.
Almost. Tomorrow it'll be a full week.
Yes.
And you were here last week. We actually did a practice run that was just in the New York City tri-state area.
Yes, I was here.
You were here for that, which I appreciate.
That was exciting. It's gotten, first of all, it was great last week. The show has gotten even better. It is very fast.
Yeah.
Still.
It's quick.
Yes.
But we're enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. It's fun.
And I just want to apologize. Earlier, I used a term that everyone did not know.
What term is that, Angela?
I said the word kiki.
Okay.
Do y'all all know in this room what kiki means? Yeah?
They're shaking their head, yes.
Well, apparently, I don't want to call names.
Okay, but let's call her name.
But her name is Jennifer.
Okay, Jennifer.
And she works here with us at iHeart.
Jennifer.
She's white. But she did not know it. And I didn't realize. I thought kiki was a universal phrase.
I thought so too.
And so just to be inclusive, kiki is like a good laugh.
Yes.
Like a good kiki. I guess when we laugh, we'd be like, kiki. Is that why?
I don't know.
What is the origins?
Why don't you do a deep dive?
Let me do a deep dive.
I'd like to say that it is Black History Month, so it's important that we share our slang if people are not familiar with it.
I found the origin that fast.
Explain the deep dive.
Oh, no, I don't know if I believe it because it's in the Urban Dictionary.
Oh, that's facts. So come on.
No. I don't want to say this.
I'm scared.
It says it's Korean for ha ha ha.
I don't believe that.
I don't know if I believe it.
I don't think I believe it.
I don't even want to read this because this could be offensive.
Yeah, let's stop right. Let's stop where we're ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, let's stop with the
key meaning in English. Let me see. Yeah, this is only from the Urban Dictionary. I guess it's our thing.
I feel like
Happy Black History Month.
Kiki is only a few years old, though.
Is it?
Yeah, we haven't been saying it for years. It's not like an old school term.
No, it got in the Urban Dictionary in 2017.
Yeah, it's 6 years? What year is this?
Okay. All right. Well, good to know. But anyway, thank you so much to everybody who tuned in today. I appreciate y'all so much. And I also want to shout out everybody who we've been working on this whole voicemail system because what I really want to do is make sure that this show super serves everyone who listens so that y'all can participate and be part of it. That's why we do segments like, of course, I kept Ask Ye. Mm-hmm. That's why we started off with Shine a Light, where you get to call in and highlight somebody who's done something positive.
Yes.
You know, all of those things are important. We have Pick a Side, where you guys get to debate some of the hottest topics that are going on right now. And we have some new segments that we'll be introducing starting next week.
Yes.
But I just wanted to make it through this week first.
That was a good plan.
It's a good plan.
Yes.
And I want to thank Godfrey, who co-hosted Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and now Jasmine Brand today and tomorrow. And now is your time to go ahead and have the last word. When we do last word, 800-292-5150 is always a number, and you can call us anytime because guess what? We absolutely love to hear from you on Way Up with Angela Yee. Let's have a good kiki.
Hey, what's up? This is Scotty Lee from Engine Room Audio. Wanted to give a shout out to my homegirl, Angela Yee. Known her since high school, seen her entire come up, and I'm just super excited to see the next steps and see you blow up with this new show. Mad support and love from Engine Room. Looking forward to getting back in and working on lip service together as well.
This your man Love with the Love Foundation Music Group, and I just want to shine a light on everybody that's out here doing something positive. Everybody that really believes in something. Somebody, like, if you just out here helping people, keep doing that. If you want to help people, start. You know, like, we all have to have positivity and just, we have to spread more love. So that's what I want to shine a light on, just spreading love every day. You feel me? And shout out to Ray J and Angela Yee. You feel me?
Hi, Angela Yee. This is Karen from Detroit. My friends call me KB. I just want to say congratulations on everything that you do. You're amazing. I'm so glad that I'm in the car and able to find your show, because I used to hear you in the morning show, but now that you're not there, I've been looking for you. So I just want to say congratulations. You're amazing. And everything you do, I'm going to support you. Love you. From KB from Detroit. Bye.
Turn it all the way up. Angela Yee is way up.